Hey everyone, it's Sonia here from Modhaus Studio. I just wanted to take out some time to put together a quick little video for those of you who are not too sure on how to edit your text in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and get started. I have here open one of the magazine spreads from Modhaus Studio. And to start off, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you head over to your Layers panel, which is on the right-hand side toolbox. If you don't have this open, you can go over to Window and you can just hit Layers. The shortcut for that is F7 and it should open up. So you'll see here your various layers. I usually put everything into folders because I feel like that is more organized and easier for people to find things. So to open up those layers, you're going to hover over this little arrow symbol and you're going to click it and it will open up all the various layers. To edit particular text now, you want to make sure that you're on that text layer, that layer is selected essentially. You can also turn these little eyeball symbols on and off to be able to identify what layer is what if you can't identify it by just looking at it. So you just click on and off and that'll tell you what is what basically. Sometimes it's hard to find like a line, like little design details, or you can't find that clipping mask, that particular clipping mask, so you need to turn that on and off just to verify which one is which. So here we're gonna edit this text. Make sure you have that that text selected. So we are here on this one. I'm just gonna double click here, not on here. Here it actually edits this text, and you don't want to do that, or you may want to do that, but in this case we're working on this text here. So just double click on that and it should highlight the text that you want to edit, and then from here you can change it to whatever it is you want it to say. I'm going to go over to my move tool here to deselect, and now if I wanted to change that text entirely, like the type of font I'm using, I'm going to head over to my character toolbox. And if that again is not open, then you can head over to Window and scroll down until you see Character. In this case here, we're using the font called Made Mirage. Essentially, before you do any of this that I just talked about, you want to make sure that your fonts are downloaded onto your system. So with each zip file, I include an instructions PDF. And in the instructions PDF, I include links to the free fonts used within the template. You want to go to those links and you want to download your font. Once your font is downloaded onto your system, you should have no problems opening up your file you shouldn't get any error messages. So you want to make sure to do that first. Download your fonts on your system so that when you open up the template, your fonts should be automatically loaded into the file. So here we're using the Made Mirage font. If you want to change it to whatever fonts are on your system or whatever fonts you download, then you can go ahead and do that and scroll through and just choose the font. You can choose your color here, whatever color you prefer. You can change your kerning here. So right now it's set to 220, so there's a lot of spacing between your font, or your text, sorry. If I want to make that bigger, I could update it to 300, or I can make it smaller by going down to 100. When you have text on top of each other, like within the same layer, say for example I have this here, collections, well, I have a text underneath it, so it's going to be hard to see. But let's do a different one here. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go over to this text here, double click it, and underneath it, I'm going to open up this box. I'm going to type pricing, And if I want to change the space between the lines, then I'm going to head over to character and I'm going to change it here. This one here will either make it smaller or I can make it bigger, just as an example. So select it and delete it. And this here is your free transform. So once your font is selected, like say for example you want to move it, you're gonna hit V, or actually you shouldn't do that when you have your text. You're just gonna head over to your move tool, which is this arrow here, and you're gonna move. You can now move your text around. You can place it wherever it is you like. So essentially you just have to remember that you have to have that layer selected in order to be working with that particular text, right? If you're not on that text, then you won't be able to use that. Like if I'm here, this is going to move around, right? If I'm here, this is going to move around. So I want to make sure that I'm on that layer. What else can I say? That's basically everything. You can just make sure your character box is open and you're going to be able to edit everything within there. You can scale it using your free transform. Oh, here we go. This is another thing you can do. You can select your free transform, and if you want to scale that, you're going to go Edit, Free Transform, or Command T, and you can actually scale it here. So if you don't want to play with the size there, you just want to visually see what it's going to look like, you can do that here by using your free transform tool. Just double click off of it or hit your move tool and you'll be able to deselect that. And then continue on to whatever it is you want to edit. Okay, so that's that. I hope that was informative. If you have any other questions on what to do and how to edit certain things in Photoshop, then feel free to get in touch and I can put together some more videos for you. All the best. Take care. Bye for now.